gone to the bathroom before and didn't wash my hands. And when I came out, somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm just like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" Mainly because it was a pushy person I didn't like, hunting me down, and I had to stop to drain the main. I'm cooking chorizo right now. You know what? Tell you what. No, but that's why I just wash my hands. See, I'm cooking food for my son. Damn, somebody hit the thumbs up before they even came in here. Shed Gang for Life, you a real motherfucker, bro. You a real G. I see you on TikTok a lot, dude. Right on, bro. Yeah, this is you, dude, for fucking hitting the. I don't even care about the thumbs up. I'm not saying, but I've been on YouTube for enough years now where I've taken the ear beating. I'll go hit the thumbs up, guys. A million times to know to look out for it and just to see and shit. And I'm looking like, damn, nobody's in here but the thumbs up. What? Shade gang, dude. Telling you, these motherfuckers just don't know, bro. Until we all kicking it at the big table, and then they'll be like, damn. You know what I mean? Fucking Jeffro will be there. Yeah, I mean, Shonda will be there. Yeah, I mean, dude, fuck, I'm surprised. Right on, you guys. Last Sunday I came up just for the fuck of it, because, when I mostly have my spare time, and nobody came on. And I was like, oh, I guess Sunday's a bad time. Right on, dude. Hear the fucking dog going crazy? What the fuck's this motherfucker going nuts? Oh, you know what it is? The tamale lady, dude. Good to see you, Splendid. Hey, just let this ear beating pass by. Dude, I had the most adorable kittens, dude, 4 of them. And somebody fucking made me an offer like a month back, and he watches that shit like a hawk, the fucking postings and stuff in the cat websites. And I'm like, I don't insult the guy. Plus, it's a for sure thing. I don't have to haggle with anybody. Make a long story short, he was like right away, like, yeah, I want them all, dude. I don't want to do that to the mom, but he's like, just put the other on there. And in the past, I have had a big hodgepodge, like a potluck of titty, of cat nipple. But this time, dude, they're not having it, man. They are not having it, dude. Yeah, it's rough. Here, I'm gonna cut some more tortillas. Does anybody know? I don't know if you guys are not Mexican, but if you've had Mexican food, well, I guess if you have tacos, they do corn tortillas too. But flour tortillas, dude, that's what's up, right? But they're starting to gain popularity here. I've always been a flour tortilla guy, though. You know what I mean? I don't even like. I used to get grossed out by corn tortillas. But then, the only time I wouldn't, though, would be Mexican street tacos, like carne asada. How would you not have carne asada on anything but a doubled up corn tortilla? Am I right? Or fucking, hey, well, I know what you're thinking. We should go cut some water bottles, huh? Let me fill this one up. Corn tortilla, dude, I just went and cut a bunch of grass, and I want to make sure my comma sickles are so, dude. First of all, every martial arts technique that I learned for comma sickles works so good for what it's actually intended for, which is cutting grass. And hence the genius, because here you're legally justifiably walking around with a fucking grass cutting tool that will take somebody's hand, arm, anything, just clean off. And when you're cutting the grass, all the fucking techniques in the katas, dude, it fucking runs through it like butter, and your hand position after each stroke is set up for the next fucking move, and as long as you adhere to it, it's just wah, wah, wah. And then when you have two and you do that trap, and fucking guillotine technique. Oh my god, it's ridiculous, dude. But it showed me how out of shape and practice I really am. You know what I'm saying? But dude, if you could fill up a fucking solid water bottle, you know what I mean? Like that shit's fucking solid, dude. That's way more solid than your bag of fucking meat ass. If your shit can go through that, dude, you don't even have anything in your house that'll fucking cut through this. If you don't knock it off, that's how I learned about it and got on a quest for it. We should go through two of them, huh? Here's another one. Let's go fill this one up too. Or is that overzealous? Because they might be dull as fuck. I cleared a field with them. You guys want to see what... This is the weather I'm dealing with. It's pouring rain. Look at this. Not a cloud in the fucking sky. Look at all the sweetgrass. I have to cover it because the cats will eat it. Even though it makes them barf. They eat it until they barf, and then they barf up this giant, incredible Hulk pile of puke. It's just like mashed up green fucking grass. And I'm like, why do you do that to yourselves? I don't understand. It doesn't do that to me. Ooh, 24 degrees. Where are you at? In the Canada area? Oh shit, see? Now this is why marijuana and cooking don't go well together. Because you put things in the oven or the microwave and then you forget about it. You don't like really forget it. You turn your back long enough to, you know what I mean? Like, why? Why did you decide to go through this fucking Wu-Tang record collection now? When you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, where the fuck, or is it just me as a mildly retarded? Hey, you guys are going through some shit up there, man. Hey, we're all going through some shit, dude. What the fuck? Let's talk about current events. What the fuck? Dude, hold on. I heard some crazy ass shit, dude, about Canada. Like, Justin Trudeau was talking spicy, dude. Like, not only fucking TikTok was gone, but like some other shit, dude. And they ain't gonna get rid of it. You know what's gonna happen? Well, okay, here, look at it. How about the petrodollar, dude? The fucking petrodollar. Everybody on TikTok is getting paid in yuans. That new global currency that Mexico jumped on and shit. And look at this, check this out. Before any of this happened, when I moved here 4 years ago, they were building a new border crossing. And they had a temporary one that everybody was going through. Okay? First of all, I was banned from my live on TikTok for saying this exact same thing. Was shut down immediately, dude. Just came through like, what? And I'm looking like, your live access has been temporarily suspended until tomorrow. And I'm like, damn. Okay, so tell me the fuck how that. Like, people are like, it's free speech. No, it ain't, because that's the last place. You have zero freedom of speech over there. But you are getting paid in yuans, and fucking you don't have to leave the fucking comfort of your home to do it. And it's like, yo, dude. Yo. I mean, I could see why they're shut off, because they knew the petrodollar was going to cut off. Everybody's going to want these yuans because they're going to be valuable, and you're going to be trying to buy a fucking a $15 loaf of bread, you know what I mean, with a fucking, or 15,000 or whatever, just like Germany after World War II. They were taking wheelbarrows of money to the fucking stove just to get a loaf of bread. That's inflation, like, hit them like that, because their money was fucking shit. You just lost the war. Everybody was trying to get rid of that. That's what kills it, when people like take it to the money exchange and get rid of it. Here in Mexico, I don't even want to take my money to the money exchange anymore. That used to be the first thing you did. You know what I mean? Just because, like, even if it was like $5, you know what I mean? Like, I just want a snack. I don't want to pay for the snack. Just take $5 and exchange it in, and you're going to get your $5 back plus two more bucks worth of pesos, and you buy your snack with that. Like, those days are over, dude. And fucking now, I heard, first of all, I heard Pat Buchanan talking about how if the Republican Party continued the way it was going and the Democrats, that we would all be faced with a dollar that was worth less than the peso, and Americans would find themselves working the way old school Mexico used to work and live. And here it is. It looks like it might come to pass. Now, when I moved here, they were redesigning the border. They had California Border Patrol kiosks, like the ones that you drive up to when you're crossing from Mexico back into the United States. And they check your citizenship and all that shit, make sure you're not transporting cargo. And if you look like the person that might be transporting cargo or you have a fucking record as such, then you go into a second inspection area and all that. Well, guess what? They built that. California Border Patrol has that at the end of the freeway for people, American citizens, going in to Mexico. And it sits there unmanned, unoperated, but they did fucking throw it up online when they first completed it, I guess, to check it or whatever. And my understanding was because you could take any vehicle, dude, any vehicle, and just drive it here. Now you have a new car. Like the systems are totally different. It's like one is non-existent here, and like vice versa. So anyway, that was the main reason because auto theft was a fucking huge problem, and because like most like in San Diego, and most San Diegans know about it. It's the tourists that don't have a clue, and like especially fucking rental vehicles and shit. You know what I mean? So you got like big companies that, dude, fucking Hertz and fucking Budget. They run fucking a huge portion of downtown San Diego. Definitely the airport area, Little Italy, and fucking the surrounding area. They have more property than anybody just for fucking rental cars. And there's a serious problem with those being stolen and just driven across the border. No problem. Let's stop at Big Five and grab fucking 20 a case of ARs while we're at it. You know what I mean? And then a pillowcase full of bud too. Nowadays, might as well, right? So like, I thought that was the real reason, but they don't fucking, they're never manned. And you just drive right on through. And then also the immigration shit, like the people at the border, they're spinning it, dude. That those people are like running up out of the swamp and coming. No, it's the remember all the migrants that came already 4 years ago. Well, they had the remain in Mexico policy, remember? So they've all been sitting here, and every day, they take another couple hundred, another couple hundred. And so if you're, I don't know how if they have a list or what, but they do open the gate and border patrol's waiting there for them with blankets and drinks, and a lot of the people have fucking small children, so it sucks, dude. My heart goes out for them, but at the same time it's like you're going to America. That's fucking awesome for you. But then at the same time it's like, well, if the petrodollar is gonna take a shit, and then everybody's gonna be trying to get their hands on these gold-backed yuans and from the BRICS nations, and Mexico just joined the BRICS nations, and you know what I mean? Guatemala, El Salvador, all these places that the migrants are coming from also use pesos. Why would they be coming here to where the fucking petrodollar, it's gonna, you know what I mean, cost $1,000 for a loaf of bread or $100 for a loaf of bread in a couple months or a couple days from what they say. But why would that? How would that be? That doesn't make sense. But maybe because they were wag the dog implants paid to fucking come over here for optics or whatever. Who knows? That Border Patrol made that shit so that California can stop its citizens from crossing the border for whatever reason. Maybe it is checking for stolen cars and contraband. But isn't it a little funny that they put that in place and it's just sitting there waiting? And so if people did, like just like Pat Buchanan said, he said it was going to become the opposite. All the illegal immigrants are going to return to Mexico, where they do have the legal papers and social security to go fucking work on the books and make fucking gold back yuans. Plus, they're not even a third world country anymore. They're a developing nation, and they have a trade agreement with China. That's everybody. Everybody drives a brand new car here, dude. Even taxi drivers they're all fucking brand new Nissans. So you have all those migrants come back, but yet hundreds every day are going at the border and just standing. I don't film it anymore because I have some videos like that and it's beat and tired and nobody cares and it doesn't matter. And it'd be the same thing every day anyway. But every day when I get up and go, it is happening. And it's at a certain time of the day. Like they keep it closed and nobody's in there. And it's hard to get in there. So there's only a couple spots. And there's Mexican military there, dude. So somebody at some point is letting them in the morning time. You know, and I'm thinking, okay, because people don't want to work or they pulled out of the workforce. So here you have people that are like, all like, yeah, let's go get it, dude. And you know what I mean? They haven't gotten beat down yet and fucking run for nothing yet. And so, let me bring this chorizo up to my son up here. They haven't fucking figured it out or it hasn't happened yet. I don't know. But that shit is sitting there waiting for it. Because I was like, damn, if Pat Buchanan's right, what he said, then we're all going to be, all the illegal immigrants are going to return to work back in Mexico. Okay? Some of our low-level, unskilled workers, people like myself, laborers and shit, right, are going to go down there to find work and have to do it illegally. Save me one of these tortillas, yeah? Are you in the live stream? Yeah. Here, give me that. Save me one tortilla. Eat that, dude, right now before it gets cold. That kid'll play games on the phone, dude. Video games, not. I'm gonna have to like make him get out of bed, dude, to enjoy life. But it's just weird. It's like, I think this is what I think, dude. I think logic and reason say like nothing happens overnight, and think about the people that really have money, like the wealthy class. All the politicians have been dumping their stocks, dude, at tremendous losses, dude, by the way. That's not good. And Nancy Pelosi's a famous, notoriously famous for insider trading and fucking like barely, dude, within a parameter of the law. Okay? And she extremely savvy. Okay? And I know this because people follow her, what she's doing since they made it a law that all their moves that they make have to be disclosed on the stock market. People watch her like a hawk because if you emulate her moves, you're going to see big fucking returns. It's not a small man's game though. They're on like some big shit, like $900 a share shit. And fucking, so anyway, she just dumped a huge percentage of her portfolio, which for one makes no fucking sense. And then at a tremendous loss, which makes no fucking sense unless you're a stock trader and then you realize like, dude, that's what happens when people fucking with inside information, which she the fuck is, have information that shit's about to go. And they said full on crash like we had in the fucking 20s because the money ain't going to be worth fucking dick. But what are all those people going to do? What the fuck are those people going to do? People that have houses and shit, and your house is worth $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, and now that's like the equivalent of 30 grand. So like you don't even like all your equity's gone. God forbid if you borrowed against it. Like what's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to the banks? That's how banks run their shit, dude. Dude, who wants to fucking hear a massive fart right now? Let's see it in the chat, dude. Because Eljo has to bust. But I want to get this fucking chat going, dude. I thought you guys were like high intelligence. Nobody thinks about this shit, or it's not coming up in your feed? Are they showing this on the news? Or is this all just Chinese propaganda, dude, that I'm getting fed on TikTok? But I don't know. I think Glenn Beck was talking about this shit, dude. Glenn Beck. Yeah, it's not going to affect the taco supply because the taco supply is being funded by gold-backed yuans. Mexico just got on that, and they have shit to trade for it, dude. High-grade pharmaceuticals and fucking coal and gasoline. Dude, British Petroleum is here, dude. That's who does all the fucking state-run uh, uh, gas stations, Pemex, which they open that. They open that to everybody. Now Exxon's here. Like there's two Exxon Mobil stations, and it's cheaper because they're probably buying refined oil from right out here on the coast. You know what else is crazy? They're not allowed to do that chem vapor shit. Funny how I was nuts and totally dismissed immediately, dude. The eyes were just rolling. Oh, you know what I mean? As soon as you said that. But now it's completely fucking fact, acknowledged fact. But they're not allowed to do that aerosol spraying, cloud seeding, or weather enhancement of any kind. In fact, they're made air restrictions where that's not allowed to happen, and you're not allowed to ship any genetically modified, especially corn, because this is the only place on the planet that has non-GMO corn left, dude, that hasn't been compromised by pollen and shit. And coincidentally, the place where corn was invented through what do they call that? It's not animal husbandry, but it's also a form of genetics, but it's for plants. I forgot. Yeah. Yup, dude. So hey, Mexico's on the bricks, bro. So that's what's funny when somebody's like, "You're gonna be working for pesos." It's like, yeah, stupid fuck, and it's gonna actually allow me to maintain the lifestyle I'm having. Why anybody that's like working on dollars is gonna be fucked in the ass, dude. If you're worth 25 cents for every dollar, so you're bitching about shit now. Let each dollar you work for be worth 25 cents, right? Now, okay, how about this? If Donald Trump wins, you know he's going to start doing checks. That's the only president in my life, dude, that ever fucking gave anybody something for nothing. You know what I mean? And tell me the truth, dude. Nobody could say this, dude. All you guys can talk as much shit as you want, dude. I've been alive for half a century. I have seen, I was born when Richard Nixon was the president. I remember barely Ford, but I definitely remember Carter like a motherfucker. Okay, I remember Reagan. I remember twice. I remember Bush twice, senior. I remember Clinton twice. I remember Bush Jr. twice. I remember Obama twice, and Donald Trump once, and now Joe Biden. So I have a fucking fair degree of knowledge, dude, and seen the fucking cycles repeating itself. And I have never, not one time, you sit there and you watch the politicians say a bunch of shit, even as a kid, like you're hearing what the adults are talking about, whatever. You watch them say a bunch of shit, and not only do they never do any of it, you hear the parents, you hear the news, everybody complaining about they not do it, but 9 times out of 10, they'll do the opposite. And people are like, oh my God, they said they were not, right? Donald Trump's the first politician I've ever seen in my life after all them fucking ones I just named, dude. That's like a 10 or a dozen presidencies that I've lived through personally. None of them have done any of the shit they said they were going to do. That motherfucker did half of the shit the first day, like he said, with them executive orders, whether it was right or wrong. He did what he said he was going to do. And they did not want that motherfucker there, dude. So it definitely was not rigged. And you saw how he wouldn't have won if it wasn't for the electoral body. So that made sense all of a sudden. Like, yeah, a place that has a million residents should not have the same fucking power as a place that has 500 residents. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have delegates that we pick, and then they're on the oath of a fucking, you know what I mean? And we saw that, dude. That's how he was able to do it. So it's not rigged, and they did make it in a way that, makes it fucking possible, dude, for some people. Unfortunately, it takes a certain amount of money. They've whittled it down. I've seen it all. It's incredible, dude. It's really disheartening, but you don't see anything on France either. Dude, think about this. Yeah, the French are peaceful and shit, but it's just typical fucking people that are peaceful and quiet, you know what I mean? And when they've had enough, it's always the biggest explosion. Think about that. The French Revolution, those motherfuckers take a lot of shit, but then eventually they start cutting people's heads off with pitchforks and torches and shit. And that's what's going on now. You don't see that in the news. but you see it on TikTok. That's probably why they want that gone. And because they're going to be paying. Dude, I made money on TikTok. I haven't figured out how to. I have to set up a Cash App and then get the Cash App card or link it to my fucking Zelle or something. I just haven't like figured out how to do that. But and plus, I'm not generating that much yet. But like that's definitely what I'm working towards because it does happen, and I generate enough to be able to spend it within TikTok. You know what I mean? Like nothing I do. It's mostly just people, like cool people giving it to me, like other people that I see on there and streaming and shit. But some of them, when I talk, I'm like, where do you get this shit? They're like, oh, I buy the card at the store. Like, yeah, my wife's mad because I spent $80 on TikTok. It's like, you spent $80? What the fuck? I didn't even know that was possible. But yeah, it's like its own little economy, dude. And like you get these things, and I just use them like to give. If I'm like watching something like this, you know what I mean? I like what the people are saying. I throw them something, you know what I mean? Or if it's a friend of mine I know, you know what I mean? And you know, on fucking YouTube, I've done nothing. You can't do fucking Whom bots, dude. So, and there's no direct marketing affiliate for anything. You know what I mean? Like any of the shit we're talking about, any of the shit we're consuming, like, you know what I mean? Explain the fuck that, dude, you know? A little commercial, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Bro, I work for, dude, work for beer, the lowest low life. Work for beer, tacos, fucking dope, a new pipe, a fucking, you know what I mean? Hit a bottle, you know what I mean? I don't do nothing, bro. So I would be working for a lot more than fucking tacos and beer, bro. For real. But they gonna make it so you can't get here, dude. Or they're gonna make it something. I don't know. Oh, you know what I think's gonna happen, dude? This is what I think. I think it's all bullshit. It's all people just talking. If it was looking like that, they're gonna do something to fucking head it off or compensate for it because there's too much money out there that has worked hard for it. It is established. It is generational. It is what this country runs off of. And if that fucking fell off, then there wouldn't be any comeback from it. You're fucked. And that they wouldn't let that happen. How about the banks, dude? You think the banks are going to let that happen to themselves? Like, okay, no, people figured out the Federal Reserve. They figured out the fucking LLC and the, having our names in all caps attached to a fucking social security number and, all that shit. And you know what I mean? And they got you with revenue and recovery and they got you with child support and they got you with tax or they got you with this and it's like people just like had enough, dude. And then like inflation and then the fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to find housing or I heard people in Georgia talking about like it's $1,500 a month for rent. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's like a rural area with. I'm like, how the fuck? I guess I'm lucky then. I guess we're lucky then because we don't have to fuck with tornadoes or shitty people or shitty weather, and you know what I mean. We get free bud and can sing kumbaya on the beach, and it's the same fucking price, right? In my case, fucking 10 times cheaper. You know what I mean? And then everybody might be coming here anyway for the fuck. No, that's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is they're gonna hedge it off. They wouldn't be taking immigrants if the dollar was gonna collapse. Okay, and they wouldn't because there's for what? You're bringing them here for what? If there's not no work or not, and they wouldn't be processing those people every day, dude, like they are. I guess I'll have to make a video on it and show you guys. It's because it's a lot, dude. It's a lot. Like I have a video of like 50 to 70 people. Most of them are women and small children. Well, guess what? Lately, it's been like a couple of hundred people, like enough to where you're like, damn. Just in the morning, though, at a certain time. And the Border Patrol's there with igloo coolers and those tinfoil blankets. And they form an orderly line. Takes them a couple hours, and then they process everybody and they're gone. And nobody shows back up there. Pretty sure they wouldn't be doing that if things were about to fucking take a turn for the worse. Because what are they going to pay those people with? Well, what are they going to do? You know what I mean? If it's going to be that hard for average Americans, what's a disadvantaged person gonna do? Like somebody that's like new to the country, like it doesn't make any fucking sense. And like, if we're shipping them to go work in Domino's in Rhode Island because nobody wants to work, or they're all in fucking rehab, or on fucking van life, YouTube channels and TikTok. They're like, okay, well, that's what you got these Hondurans for, dude. And then they send them to they're like, Governor Santos shipped 500 people to fucking Rhode Island. Like, yeah, they needed fucking workers, bro, and Little Caesars and shit. You know what I mean? So they're gonna go do that for fucking 15 cents an hour because the dollar crashes? I don't get it, dude. It doesn't make sense. I think it's all bullshit. I think this is what I think. If you pump fear into people, here's from a contractor's standpoint. When you do something good or something can take you a quick minute, like if you could just do this real quick and everything, and somebody's explaining, I want you to do this, I'm going to give you 4 hours. You don't tell them, oh, I can do this. And what you do is you do the job the best you can. Break them up, please. You do the best job you can. And then when you finish early, you let the people know, hey, man, like I finished early. And then it looks like, wow, you did a really good job. It's the same job, but it looks better. What? What? Just relax. Fuck. Let's go see this. Okay. That's not even that bad, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, Simba jumped on Simba and fell over on this.
Okay, well, I thought it was really smashed up, dude.
Ugh.
Man.
God damn it. Go see.
Damn, look at all this food that got.
Go see what's
You didn't even take a bite. Give me this fucking phone.
They tried to kick me.
Fucking so sick of this shit, dude. Fucking goddamn kids acting like a bitch today, dude. I just get this bitchy shit, dude. I fucking hate it. You know what I mean? Because you don't see fucking dad acting like that. Really fucked him up, dude. Leaving him with that bitch, dude, for a long. Like I was just trying to make it, man. I was like, I got fucking thrust in here, and I had to fucking. If I come back here and that ain't eaten, dude, I'm gonna smash the Lego castle. You got it?
Okay.
On fucking God. I don't like telling people shit twice, dude. Especially when it's stuff to help you, dude. Like fucking eat, like regular functions. Maybe that's why they're trying to ban it, dude. Because people fucking get stuck on there, man. And they're seeing like, hey, it ain't. What if it is something different than just a fucking screen, man? What if they are broadcasting megahertz that fucking hit your brain? I mean, because it ain't, no one is better than the other. I get on fucking YouTube and just start looking at shit, and it just interesting maybe for the first couple of things, dude. But then I'm scrolling and it's shit. And I'm like, why? Why can't you get off of here, dude? Just stop. And then fucking then you're back passing the feed so far back you remember it from earlier, and you're like, now you're looking at the same shit twice. What the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? And I have to like just shut it off and push it away. That up there right now, if you've seen this shit, this kid has emotional problems. See? It's from the mother, dude. I think she fucking did drugs. when he was in the womb. I was completely clean, dude. I had just gotten my Obamacare. I felt went into treatment. I was so fucking grateful, dude, and happy. Plus, I was all like, oh, gung ho, like, you know what I mean? I hadn't been beat down yet. I was like gung ho for starting this business and this family, and we were doing it, dude. But that bitch, she never fucking changes or nothing. She didn't have no intention. Her intentions were completely different than mine. Her intentions was she got it in her fucking head that if she gets married, then all the fucking cares, all the worry, everything's on the husband. You know what I mean? It's him. And you don't have to fucking, you're not responsible for shit. Even your jank is his fault as a man. Because if he wasn't doing this, and that, you wouldn't even be doing this, and that. You know what I mean? Or like, that's what they fucking push in the church a lot. You know what I mean? And so a fair degree of that is true, but not to the extent that this bitch was taking it. You know what I mean? Because in conversation and attitude and reasoning, it was just everything was like just like shifted onto me. Like you're not gonna fucking do shit. And then like because that's what my reality was, then when we had to go, dude, and things weren't working, and I ended up where I ended up, I had to fucking sink or swim. And so it was like, I get up when it's dark and leave and go do my work. And I had nowhere to leave my son but with her. And even if she was on her best behavior, just being a type of person that's constantly bitching and salty and shit. I'm learning this about myself too, dude. Like I'm an extremely toxic person. And I've been made aware of that and slowly showing me how to get away from those behaviors and the reason why and then what other options are and why like other people and positive things actually how you should be dealing with shit. And so I see that my fucking actions and my energy and shit affects him, dude. Like, you'll be a toxic, fucked up little fucking asshole because of my attitude. And when it's a lot of love and you know what I mean, and everything's good, like behavior wise, then that's how he is. So I'm aware, dude, and I don't pour toxicity in him. However, life is not easy and fair and fucking just toot along. It's constant fucking problems one after another, especially nowadays, right? Especially after his mother just up and left doesn't no we don't have any contact with her at all, and that's great for me and it's great for him because he says he enjoys the peace, the quiet, and the non-violence, but it takes tolls in other ways. You know what I mean? Like he always says like how he misses his mom, he wants a mom, he won't go around her, he's terrified, because I say all the time, you want to stop by over here, and he'll be like, no, no, if you go that way I'm not going in, like, so he's really scared of her. But yesterday we had fucking problems. I paid my phone bill at the store, but the fucking bill didn't get paid. And so I'm going through my day like everything's normal, and then at midnight it cut off. Well, the only reason I was checking was because I ran out of money. And I had a little job to go do, and I had somebody call me for cats. So, okay, well, now I don't have a phone, so I don't have a way or any money. And I just paid my fucking bill. So I need to go find out what the fuck. So we go over there. So now I got to get up. Let's go. He's like, well, how come my phone's not working? Now he's tripping. This kid just loses his shit, dude, over the smallest thing, like abnormally fucking fucked up. Okay? And I think it's from the bitch doing fucking drugs. Because I've seen crack babies and he fucking acts exactly like that, dude. But he hasn't always been like that. I think a lot of it might be problem from this divorce. Anyway, plus he's 12 years old, so he's hitting puberty and he's getting these fucking emotions and shit that he doesn't know how to deal with. But the way he responds to it is shit, dude, because of what that bitch poured into him. And then my own toxic behavior. Like, if I have a problem, I need to shut the fuck up and not tell him. And I do that, okay? Keep a lot of shit from him because I know he can't handle stress. But I had no choice yesterday because I don't have anywhere to leave him. I don't have anybody to babysit him. And I'm not gonna leave him by himself in a fucking foreign country while I go cross the border and then drive way over here and I'm dealing with this and that and I don't know what the fuck. No, not happening, dude. Get the fuck up. This is what's happening. This is the problem. And as soon as he figured out what, because he knows, dude, he's right with me. He knows. Like, no, you ain't got no fucking money. No, you can't have this. No, you can't have that. They're like, oh shit, actually the phones are off. Let's go. And he's like, well, wait, what? Well, how are we gonna get them on? We don't have any money. You know what I mean? So he's just freaking the fuck out. And I'm telling him, no, we paid the bill the other day. Remember? We need to go over there and fucking straighten this shit out. I said, well, and that's stressful. So we go over there thinking it opens at 9 and it's closed. I was like, oh, okay. It doesn't open till 11. I was, oh, fuck me in the ass. So now I'm sitting on the street, right? I brought the cats with me because I know, like, I'm thinking in my mind, theoretically, I'm going to get this phone turned back on one way or another, or borrow somebody's phone to call this dude. I'm going to deliver the fucking cats, even if I got to pay the bill my fucking self twice. Because I got tree work too, dude. Like, this phone is money. So I'm like, I need to, and not only that, but I don't have any TV or anything. So for him, it's his video games, TV, YouTube, all that shit. Like, there ain't nothing to do. You're on spring vacation, spring break. Like, I need these phones on, dude. So we go over there. We're waiting with four cats. Of course, it's cold in the mornings. We got a bunch of clothes on. Now it's fucking 90 degrees, hot as fuck. Can't even stand it, dude. Have to take all these clothes off. So I got all these clothes, like a bag full of fucking clothes and holding clothes and four cats and a kid. His hair's all fucked up and everything. You know what I mean? It's because the son of a bitch won't fucking brush his goddamn hair or do anything I fucking tell him. You know? So, yeah. Now I'm out here looking like a homeless motherfucker, dude. You know, for real, dude. And like, there's so many of them too. You know, have their kids out there, and it's just everything's not in order. And I'm just like, wow, dude, because this motherfucker was busy, scrambled, whatever. Didn't pay my phone. Not motherfucker, dude. He's really cool, and he remembers me and he knows me. But once your bill gets cut off, buddy, it gets cut off. You got to pay the whole thing and plus a fee. So I'm thinking, well, damn, you know what I mean? This guy he'll remember me, but he might not fucking turn it back on. He's going to have to pay for it, dude. One of us is going to have to. And he wasn't even there. Oh, I said, oh, fuck. So I'm trying to explain this to a stranger, and they're like, well, where's your receipt? And I'm like, well, it usually comes in a text message. In fact, that's what he asked me. You know what I mean? You want to text receipt? Yeah, text receipt never came. So I don't know. I go, he knows me by name. I've seen that dude around town on some other shit, and he knew my name. Hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? Last name. And so I'm like, he'll remember. And he did. And they were, it took a couple minutes, but I could tell by the fucking demeanor and the conversation and shit, they were gonna pay it, and they fucking, you know what I mean? I heard him saying like, oh, it's because I was distracted, and then he said the text receipt. I'm like, dude, it's fine, bro. I'm not tripping, Doug, as long as I get my shit on, right? And I was supposed to meet this guy at 12 o'clock. I was waiting for my call. So I'm like, should I borrow somebody's phone? Should I do something like you, dude? You can't nowadays. It's janky as fuck to ask somebody to use their phone because I've had people ask me that, and you have credit card information, you have payment methods, you have all this shit on your phone that somebody, if they had their phone in their hand for 2 fucking seconds, could access all that shit if somebody knew what they were doing. I see fucking videos of scammers and shit all the time. And that is like something you could just something that easy, dude. You're like, hey man, can I? Yeah, my phone fucking battery just died. I'm in an emergency. Or can I just use your phone real quick, dude? I'm just gonna make a phone call. It'll take like less than 30 seconds. I'm like, okay. And then bro, I've had picking people ask me that and then get on my shit and they're like fucking sit down and make themselves all comfortable. And you're like, bro, I gotta go, dog. I'm like, I'm walking to somewhere here. Get the fuck off my phone. Like, I've had to get fucking crazy with people before, dude. Like, not every time, but I like that. You know what the fuck I'm talking about? There's some pushy, weird people out there. I've had people ask me for my phone. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it, dude. Like, I'm just gonna say I don't have one, sorry, because I don't want you going through my shit. I don't even know what the fuck. is in there or what is going to come up. You turn that motherfucker on. I don't need you to be fucking all up in my shit. You know what I mean? For what? It's weird. It's a weird fucking thing nowadays. I guess if you're going to make a call real quick, it's one thing like, okay, I guess in an emergency, if that's what I have to do, that's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm telling myself. But it's not that easy. You walk up to people and they're not gonna fucking let you do it, dude. You know what I mean? Especially looking fucking crazy. I didn't expect to go anywhere. You just got up and rushed off. Anyway, the phone got turned on. It was 11:58 when I got it back, and I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Oh my God. And I called the dude, and he's like, yeah, man, hey, how's it going, bro? I'm getting ready to leave now. Where are you at? And I'm just like, wow, okay. And I did tell my son that because he was starting to freak out, dude. And I could just see it, dude. You know what I mean? And he's just climbing the walls. Like when we went to buy the motorcycle, the day we bought the motorcycle, they were sitting in the truck while I'm doing the papers with the guy, and he threw up. He worries himself fucking sick. Anyway, so he's worrying himself fucking sick. And I told him, look, man, don't worry. Let's just sit here, enjoy our morning. This is the first time the cats have ever seen like real fucking grass. There's all these wildflowers. Let's just be here, be happy. That place is gonna open. The guy's gonna remember me. It's gonna get straightened out. We're gonna get the fucking bill paid. The funds back on. We're gonna deliver the cats, and we're gonna go home with more money than we started out with. Right? 4 cats less that I need to get rid of. Okay? And you're fucking Gucci, dude. You know what I mean? Even if I have to pay for it, let's just say everything goes wrong. They don't remember you. Sorry, sir, you're not gonna have to. Okay, can I borrow your phone? It's an emergency. You were in a fucking cell phone store. They're gonna let you do it. Call him. Hey, bro, can you over here? We're here. Okay, get the money. Fucking just take it in the ass and pay the bill twice. You know what I mean? The fuck. Tomorrow's another day. Like either one of those two scenarios are better than what we have now. So fucking relax. Now, if the motherfuckers don't show up, or you know what I mean, like the system's down. I've had that happen before. My bill's due right now, or it gets cut off, and I got to pay fees and go through all this shit. And they're like, "Well, the system's down." Like, what the fuck? What does that mean? The system's fucking down. The fuck? I have had that happen. That's life. So you got to learn to fucking have some coping skills and shit. And that right there, like, okay, the fucking cat's got in a fight. I sold those 4 cats, dude. And now the mom has got swollen titties. She's wondering what the fuck. The other ones won't fucking nurse on her. I'm just like, oh my God. I don't know. But let's go cut some water bottles. Right? Let's go cut some water bottles, dude. I think I fucked up. I meant to fucking. What happened? I meant to, I can't see my fucking chat, dude. What the fuck? Oh, there it goes. What the fuck? I couldn't see it was disappearing. There, okay, I'm glad I could see that. Ravel, if they didn't care to support themselves, why would they be coming here? What do they think they're gonna get? A welfare check? Because they don't give welfare anymore, dude. Not in California. You do not get anything. You get like $200 or $300. It's called fucking cash relief or general relief or something like that, and you get it once in your life. You know what I mean? You can like go take $200 or 150 and save 100 on there, but that's it. And there's no check, there's no welfare check. The only thing that you get indefinitely is food stamps. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, unless you think or you're told that it's much bigger than it is, like the old streets are paved with gold shit, and like people really believe that. You know what I mean? Like they really believe that. You know, there's like actual gold leafing on the fucking streets, and you know, the food's super good for you. Dude, I remember in the 80s when European people would come here and you have friends or family or whatever, and you meet these people, and the fucking constant thing out of their mouth back then was like, dude, I can't believe the quality of your guys' food, dude, and that you guys eat this shit. This is very, very bad. And you'd be like, oh my God, like kind of insulted by him, like, well, fuck you, Mr. Hoity Toity. Like, I remember that shit, dude. Especially Scandinavian people. And you see what they eat, and it's like, there's nothing out of a box or a package ever, dude. They always had fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, bread. They would cook like full unprocessed meat. Here with. Oh, is it better? Is the situation better up there?
Yeah, it took a
Okay,
while.
good. See, just like yesterday, dude. Just
No,
be
it
cool.
wasn't 3
If
minutes.
they would have really mashed it up, though, if one of those towers would have got smashed, oh God,
It
that would have been a
almost did. It
fucking
almost
nightmare.
did, dude.
Just save your Lego
The
instructions,
thing
dude.
that's
Mando.
the stand for it, I was like going to take
I
the
wonder if you
thing
could
off
find
and
Lego
pin it in
booklets
there.
online.
Guess what? I pinned there, the whole thing on the side came off, and I had to build it. I'm like, God.
That's always how it is, dude.
I'm like pissed. That goes.
Imagine
together.
building Legos with these dick fingers, dude. These giant fucking. It's like I just touch one thing and 5 other things break off, dude. It's so fucking hard.
And Daddy, what do you think Simba's fault, Daddy?
Legos are for little kids, I guess.
Oh no, they're for adults too. You could buy adult size Lego sets like the Office set.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna. Oh, you guys want to cut these water bottles, huh? Everybody's like losing interest slowly. That's why I can tell this algorithm here. This is why I'm gonna tell you, dude. This is the real reason YouTube is that TikTok is eating fucking YouTube's lunch, dude. Right now, is because TikTok runs on an algorithm that brings people that are your cup of tea and vice versa. So there's little to no unsubscribing because they're bringing you your cup of tea. It's not just like one video, but then something else this person said is not my cup. Like genuine gist, dude. This person is your cup of tea. It is that fucking. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you be patient because a lot of people say they don't get it or whatever because it goes on what you want, what your eyes are looking at, what you're looking. So when you first get on, you get bombarded with all this shit. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm going to tell you, if you have any fucking avatars or any of that shit with that pentagram or that fucking thing, it's gonna bombard you with that shit, dude. So you can see why people are like, oh, it's fucking the devil or it's fucking prostitution. It's like, no, dude, that's what your motherfucking mind is at. Because I ain't never seen none of that shit. But I've been on other people and seen that and be like, oh shit, like this person has a totally different mind. And the people that it brings to them and the little communities that formed is their fucking cup of tea, dude. Totally. I've had people tell me, man, sometimes Eljo's he's a hilarious, cool guy, but then sometimes he'll say something that makes me go like, whoa. But it doesn't offend you enough to where you unsubscribe. Not at the level here. Like I on YouTube, dude, unfollowing is like a daily thing, right? Am I right? Like you could lose people. Like it happens all the time. Everybody. I bet you even the big timers say the same thing because you're gonna say something or something, dude, because they're bringing you people that are not your cup of tea. I don't even think they're bringing you people. I think it just feeds stuff, and it's like Facebook. The more you pay to have your fucking content out there, the more you get it out there. And there's like you're down so low on the list before their own fucking stars and the big business and industry. You know what I mean? Money that comes. You come second to all of that, dude. And so where TikTok realizes like, no, dude, each individual person has a value, dude, in marketing. Period. And they've also learned that if you see the same people and hear the same people all the time, like you fucking bond with them, dude, and you're like fucking. You could see somebody that you don't even like. If you see them and hear them enough, you're gonna come around, dude. That's just what the fucking data have shown. But besides of all that, just following where your eyes go and how your fucking mentality works and using that as a basis to fucking send you people and things, you have nothing but your cup of tea, dude. And vice versa. So that's a big fucking part of it, dude. Huge part of it. And with YouTube, it just doesn't do that. It's probably like random, dude. I know it is because I see it all the time. And you're like, how did this come up? I don't know this person. There's 7 people watching. You know what I mean? They have 400 subscribers, whatever. They're not from our community. They're not any part of any of the shit that happened over the last 4 years. But there they are because it's just, you know what I mean? I think they're changing some stuff, but none of those platforms are going to go anywhere because the control and the fucking censorship that TikTok allows is usually like rat poison to creators. But instead, you have every creator flocking. Dude, there's only 300 million Americans. If 150 of them are on TikTok, that's more than half the population of the United States. So, you know who the other half that's not on is primarily infants, elderly. How much part of the population do you think they make up for, dude? Even if it's 20% or 15%. You only got 58% that's out there floating around that's not on this, dude. That is huge. And then it's a Chinese app and it's completely illegal in China. So why wouldn't it be illegal here? But this is what they're going to do. TikTok built a routing station in Texas that all their fucking content has to go through. Because here's the thing, they're not about, it's just like that balloon. They're not about anything nefarious or anything you think. They're about making money and influencing, gaining support from the Western world. Because China only has like 10 years left because of the one child policy. It fucking caught up with them. They're about to run out of working age men. Right now, all the men working, when you see all the people coming out of the factory, those are all like elderly people, dude, that are not going to be able to work in 10 years, 20 years for sure. They'll be dead. Those are like 60-year-old men that you see, dude, but they have a very low diet and low fat and shit. So they have hats on and they're all coming out of work riding on bikes too fast for you to see. You just see a sea of bodies. Like, wow, it looks like there's a lot of workers to me. No, dude, those are old ass people, dude. They don't have no social security and shit. And they probably offering good pay because they need fucking workers. And so the people are there, dude, like that. Or whatever. I don't know. The competition's just so stiff, people show up. But that's going to happen, dude. That's happening actually in China already. I don't know. Just trip, dude. So they're about making money. They found a way to make money and then gain influence. Influence, dude. If you have people, every one of these young people is going to be an adult one day. And 100% of politicians that you see and people that are making these decisions and people that have power, 100% of them were fucking children, dude, at one time. 100% of them were children. I mean, like fucking children. Like, that could be taken different ways, but it's just a bad use of vernacular. 100% of them were children at one time. And they grew up, dude. You understand? So if you can influence somebody from a young age, even if it's just by giving them a platform and letting them make a little something, dude, and feel good about themselves, and you know they're doing something and they're getting attention or whatever, don't you think that person's going to be pretty sympathetic to your plight? You know what I mean? You might be influenced just a little bit, you know? Think about it, dude. That's why Xi said in his speech, not worried about America's bad decisions, just to the young people that are on TikTok. Or maybe he didn't say TikTok, but he said just to the young people, just keep posting. Just keep posting, dude. Because by doing that, you bring more people in, you engage more people, and then they're sympathetic. They're sympathetic. Hey, John McDonald, what's up, buddy? Yeah, the quality of food is terrible. That's what I'm saying. All the Europeans used to trip out and be like, fuck, dude, back in the 80s. People from Europe that I knew, dude, like family friends and shit, and they would come and be like, I can't believe you guys eat this shit. It's crazy. But we had natural shit too. Now those choices are gone. A lot of them, dude. Even this quote unquote natural shit, it's all hormone injected, or like you go buy a ham or a chicken or a turkey and it's like injected with fucking water, dude, and it's salt water and shit. It's not even, you know what I mean? Like, because I bought a chorizo right here in Mexico. You should be able to knock somebody out fuck cold with a goddamn chorizo on me. You should be able to hang that shit on your wall and no refrigerator, nothing. That shit stay good till you need it, and you get that son bitch, and you'll knock somebody the fuck out. That's what the fuck. So, and you can't find that shit in the United States. You just find them they soft ass processed thing in a plastic tube. Dude, I just cooked this fucking chorizo right here, bro. That one right there, it was definitely in a fucking intestine. There was no plastic casing, dog. And that shit was as hard as a rock. And that's a lymph node. I used to always say that. I say, how the fuck is this a lymph node? There's like little, I like the little greasy bits, dude. Don't get me wrong. But this shit right here just blew my mind, dude. Plus, I learned about stool samples, dude, and the difference between people that have a natural diet and the difference between people that are eating highly processed foods. Usually that goes with industrialized nations. And that really packed, it's like totally solid. There's no air bubbles in it. There's no fucking rips or cracks. It's just a solid, like Play Doh, not quite soft serve ice cream consistency, but maybe like Play-Doh consistency, you know what I mean? And that's not good, dude. That's not how it should be. They used to see that in highly industrialized countries because we have a richer diet, like the corn, I mean, like the flour tortillas and wheat flour is highly processed and way um, higher in, you know, things that are bad for you, dude, like sugars and shit. And uh, corn is more natural. And think about it, dude. With the way your body processes shit, a lot of the husks and little pieces and all that roughage and stuff comes out the other end. Like it's not like that is what your poop should look like. It should not be packed together. It should be loose and fucking stringy and have fucking pieces like that corn and shit that's, you know what I mean, like separating apart out of it. It should be, dude. That's the truth. And the color, and it should be dark in color. When you have like yellow shits or like or the lighter the color, that's from like empty calories, dude, and high fucking stomach acid and bile because of the fucking like liver overworking, dude, because of these preservatives and all this shit, and the kidneys overworking to process this stuff, and then it ends up if you have any kind of like if you have any kind of blood problem like hepatitis or anything like that, it's going to be even worse, dude. You know what I mean? That's when you have like yellow poop or almost white poop. And I'm telling you, you could have the same hepatitis and all that shit and go fucking eat a salad. Like, eat a salad, dude. Go get some like chicken where it's not coming from a package. It's a dead bird that you fucking see with your own eyes. And you fucking cook that son of a bitch and put it and then chop up some fucking celery and broccoli and corn and fucking cabbage or lettuce or something and eat that, dude, and then take a shit and watch what your shit looks like. It'd be exactly like the healthy one. They say super rich and dark. I didn't eat anything dark in color. In fact, to the contrary, it was all like light green lettuce, fucking white chicken. Like what the fuck? And it's like this dark ass brown to black, stringy, like a fucking almost like if you threw a tamale in water, dude. That shit starts like coming apart and separating. You can see the meat strings like separate from the corn fucking giblets. And I'm telling you, dude, huge difference. And it's okay to eat the highly processed foods. You know, you could throw some fucking wheat flour tortillas in there or some like pasta and shit, but it doesn't consist of your whole fucking diet, dude. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm seeing it, dude. You got to pay attention to your shit. Huh? I've read, dude, you know they fucking used to take Hitler's turds, man. He had a doctor, dude, that would fucking examine his shit because he had bad stomach problems and he was a vegetarian. And I read the notes. I was like, don't ask me how I know this. It was like published and I was reading it and they were saying like, yeah, the doctor was saying like this shit is horrible. It's the opposite of what you want. It's like all packed together. It's solid. There's no fucking like organic material in there. It's like fucking shit. You know what I mean? Because that man's stomach was fucked up and he had problems, and he probably wasn't eating a diversified diet. They all eat was beans, which is fine. That's like high in protein. But dude, let's go cut the water bottles with the comma sickles. Okay, that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna go up here, get my comma sickles, and I'm gonna try to cut through 2 water bottles. Okay, so this is gonna happen right now. Don't let the cats get this. I'm gonna come back and eat it right now. What's wrong? What was that sound?
Where's my phone? Do you have it? Or do you know where it is?
Your phone?
Yes.
Bro, I plugged your phone in. It should be somewhere over here. I had it plugged in right there. What do you mean, where's your phone?
You took it from me.
Here. Oh, yeah, I took it from you because you wouldn't eat.
Yeah, and I ate.
Okay. Thank you for communicating. Oh, your Chick-fil-A card, dude. It's just thrown in there. Hey, we can go to the Chick-fil-A by your school when I pick you up from school.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, I was just thinking about you gonna do that?
Yeah, I'm going to go cut. Oh, God, hold on. I got to take the paper off. So I'm going to go cut. Where's that little hammer?
The hammer? Over there.
Check this out, dude. Remember this classic? Remember this? Remembering such I think they should switch back to this flag, dude. What? It's way cooler than that fucking gay flag you have now. It's just the one you have now is just like a copy of the American flag. It's red, white, and blue stripes. It's like, what the fuck is that shit, dude? This one was so much cooler. Red. The fuck? Why? It's because they were trying to be nice, but then now you don't want to be nice. You're like, no, we're going back to the way it was. Here's the thing, you guys. This is what I think's gonna happen. They can do whatever they want with the bricks, shit, and all that. But here's the thing, dude. Humans are greedy as fuck. We're going to cut these water bottles. Humans are greedy as fuck. You think they're gonna have a gold back currency? This is what's gonna happen. The same thing that happened here. You're gonna start out with a gold back currency, and then slowly over time, they're gonna take. Well, we'll just take the silver out. Well, let's just take the precious metals out of the coinage. You know what I mean? Or okay, well, we'll just. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. Well, let's just take it off the gold standard, and we could do. Well, we could use fractional reserve. We know that that lasts at least a couple hundred years, or no, 100. It didn't even. Okay, it lasted 100. You know what I mean? That's going to happen. People are greedy. It's for sure going to happen. So I don't even see it really getting off the ground in the first place for that reason, but it might. Okay, here's the thing. They don't have the resources we have. China's about to run out. They don't even have the adults to do the fucking work. You think now's the time to start fucking doing that shit? Switch to a new currency? No, it's all semantics. They're doing it to distract us. They're not going to ban TikTok. They're not going to make a new form of currency. The world's economic shit's not going to collapse. They are going crazy in France and stuff. Everybody's going crazy everywhere because they're switching it up. But eventually it's going to get switched up and everything's going to go back to normal because you and me really don't have any money. The richest one amongst us really ain't shit. That's how much money's out there. I've seen it. I don't know. There's an exact number, dude. It's like 13 trillion or something. I don't know. Anyway, or 430 trillion or whatever. There's an exact number, dude. And the majority of people that have that, do you think they're just gonna fuck that off, dude? You know what I mean? Or they see people going crazy in France and they're just gonna be like, fuck it. Let's do the same thing over here where they have all these guns and shit and resources. It's not gonna happen, dude. What is gonna happen though is that they're gonna do the same thing that ruined the Soviet Union in the first place, which is called a Cold War, an arms race. Well, you have this, well, we have that. Well, you have this, and we have that. And in the meantime, we're skirmishing in fucking off country fucking skirmishes. And eventually, because we have way more resources than them, they go fucking bankrupt and then don't have any choice. But that's how Vladimir Putin was appointed by Boris Yeltsin. Boris Yeltsin was elected by the people after the fucking Soviet Union collapsed and they went to a democratic elections. And the reason that he appointed Vladimir Putin, because Vladimir Putin was the head of the CIA and he learned from a guy that if you spy on people, all people do dirt. And if you spy on people and catch them at their dirt, you can hold that over their head to leverage them for power and other things. And so that's what he did for the government. And in doing that, he fucking realized, hey, I have this fucking tremendous fucking power. And I think that that's how he got Yeltsin to appoint him, is that he was like, look, I'll let you live out your term, you know? And maybe he killed him or poisoned him or something. Maybe he died naturally. I don't know. But he knew this guy's old. He's going to die eventually, or I'll try to kill him. Maybe that was the plan. And then Boris Yeltsin died naturally. Maybe he got fucking on the low somehow. But either way, he told him, "You're going to appoint me to be your successor." And then once he got that position, he dismantled the fucking democratic elections or started throwing people in jail whenever there was an election and shit. So, kind of like we're doing here, right? Isn't that fucking trippy, dude? Now we're waiting in line, just like everything you've seen in the communist bloc in the 80s. We're doing long lines, everybody's depressed and fucked up. But Nancy Pelosi did dump a bunch of stocks, though, dude. And she's fame. Everybody knows this because everybody's watching her so they can fucking do what she does because she makes a killing, dude. It's for sure insider trading. So they watch her like a hawk. And yesterday, she fucking abnormally dumped. It's like everybody has a portfolio, dude, that shows like what your trends are, what your habits are, what your percentages, your gains, just like with precious metals, the stock's the same thing, right? So, and that's what you're looking at, dude, to play with it, right? And so there's no way the computer will even advise you, like, this is outside of your fucking realm if you're going to do something dumb. For her to do that, it made no fucking sense. She dumped a majority of her portfolio yesterday at a fucking tremendous loss, contrary to her statistics and her modus operandi. That's all recorded right there. You know what I mean? They show you what you do just on this fucking website or whatever the fuck, wherever you're at. You know what I mean? Whatever broker you belong to. And it was completely outside of her fucking norm, dude. What the fuck does that tell you? That's scary, dude. But they're saying that, like, dude, before everything is rebuilt or revamped, it has to get taken down. And that's maybe what's about to happen. And you would stand to lose a lot, I guess, if you didn't fucking do it before the shift. I don't know. Or she pulled it out and then she's going to take the fucking cash she has at a loss and go buy fucking gold. And everybody's going to just sit in fucking bunkers. You know, it has happened in California twice. Once it happened right after that big fucking the gold rush. A couple of families came and had money in stores, and they were like quadruple charging for the most simplest of items. And then the fucking and it was like in the newspapers, people were rioting. There was massive fucking problems, dude. It was bad. Then that earthquake happened, and it gave people the excuse to just fucking trash everything. And somebody knows the name of that store too, dude. I want to but yeah, dude, that happened, and so I don't know. It's cool for me. I don't have anything, so I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. I'm doing the same thing I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? And I've just been given the God given ability, the gift to be able to climb, dude, where other people fucking can't get to. So, you know, unfortunately, I mean, fortunately, it's a skill I've been able to capitalize on. And, people need fucking wood, dude, and big timber to do building, warmth, a lot of things. And there are nowhere else in the world where there's any bigger trees found than California. So I'm in a pretty goddamn good position. And now I could see what the Bible says, God withholds no good thing. So the fact that I don't have anything, it lines up with what Scripture says, because everybody's about to lose everything, and fucking it doesn't matter anyway. And even if you don't lose it, you're not going to take it with you. And so God withheld no good thing, dude. I spend zero time worrying about any of that shit. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's nothing that I do, dude. I'm lucky that I know God and that God takes care of me, dude. Because I don't do fucked up things to people. And that's it. The Bible says God takes care of babies and fools. And I'm just very grateful to fall into that one of those categories, if not both. I'm gonna bust through both of these. They're both filled with water. You think you could do it, dude? You think you could do it? You guys have seen me do it before. I usually put it on something though. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on anything. I think I'm gonna go low. Dang, which one do I use, dude? See, I have this one where the tip is really good. So this is what I like about comicicles, is that, first of all, look at that serration, dude. I don't know if you can see, but these teeth, there's teeth on it. It's serrated. These are like laser engraved, really, really good cutting in there, like that. Just done. You chop some with it, like what you're about to see with these water balls, clean through, dude. Bone doesn't matter. Should have went and bought a pig's head for $2. Dude, we went to the ice cream store yesterday here in Mexico. There's like one in every corner. And bro, I got a fucking cup of ice cream for my son. I got one for myself. Mixed all these bunch of flavors around, like really fucking natural ingredients, like really fucking good, at a mall. Okay, the mall here in Playas, where they're on the corner. Like the retail floor space, the rental that they must be paying, dude, for this retail floor space on